everyone, welcome to my channel, Bianca Skogan Beauty. Today's video, I have another indie brand haul, and it's specifically like kind of a fall haul. And I do have some actually fall stuff in here, but it's just what I've bought in the last like 3 months. So this is from September, October, and the beginning of November. I don't know how to do videos where I get to kind of show you guys some of the new purchases I have gotten. Like I'll do a Sephora haul, but that I buy these things from these websites and I'm like, oh, maybe people would want to see that I'm getting these. And I don't do a lot of Instagram. I'm not really good at it, or short content because I'm not very good at it. I was doing a reel the other day and I threw my phone across the hall because it was frustrating. Anywho, I thought, this is my third video like this where I could show you guys, what I kind of have picked up in the last couple of months from indie brands. And I also realized that in my last video, someone was like, well, technically, and it, like, Denona Myricks is an indie brand because they're like independent. And I was like, technically, yes, but that's not really, when I say indie brand, I'm kind of meaning like smaller-ish brand. Like if it's sold at Sephora, in my head, it might still be an indie brand because it's independent, but in my head, it's not an indie brand. So like, I'm thinking like small brands, smaller. Some of them get bigger. Like one of them is Glamlite, and I feel like they're pretty big at this point, but like small indie brands. That's just when you think of indie brand, we went, it's my daughter's birthday yesterday, so we went, and let's take that off. When you think of indie brand, and you think of like small, like up and coming brands that, are, that's what I'm thinking of as well. So that's what this haul is about. And will probably be about in the next. All of these things, most of these things I purchased from the actual website of the brand. And so that's another thing. I feel like I purchased it. It could be an indie haul brand. It could be a haul of things that I purchased off a whole bunch of random websites. I don't know. So anyways, let's get started because I feel like I've described this for too long. Okay, the first thing, I already mentioned some of these because I did a autumn palettes haul and I did like my top 10 fall palettes and my top 10 Halloween palettes. So some of them are in here, but I don't know what videos you guys watch or don't watch, so I'm just gonna mention them again. Okay, so my first palette in this haul that we're talking about is from Battybean and Shroud. So Shroud Cosmetics is the brand, and Battybean is a collaborator. She is a beauty content creator, and I do follow her, and she's so sweet. I talked about one of these palettes, and she like mentioned, she commented on my video and was like, I'm honored or something, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Anywho, so let's go back to the beginning of my list. I purchased this palette from Shroud on September 6th. So it is the Halloween palette, and it's really pretty. I do have the other palette, It's Freaking Bass palette, and I like it better than this palette. But I still like this one. You have to have a favorite, right? Anyways, this one's really pretty. That one is just more unique. It has such unique colors. And this one is more Halloween colors, but this one does have some like duochromes and maybe even a multi-chrome. This one here, which is Black Flame and Ghoulish, are multi-chromes, duochromes. And so I feel like this is a very good Halloween palette. Except for it doesn't really have I guess Ghastly is a purple, but it's like a deep, deep, deep purple. Anyways, it doesn't have a great purple, even though the packaging is purple, but I really like it. I just like the other one better. Okay, then my next purchase that I made was on September 10th from Glamlite. And Glamlite was having a sale. I can't remember how much off, what the specifics was, but I got an email because I'm signed up for the email list saying that, I don't know, maybe like 30% off or 40%. No, 30%. It seems more like 30%. Anyways, the new Mikayla palette Paht 2 came out, and I didn't have the part 1, the first one. I did see it in a TJ Maxx, but the shadows were like falling out and crumbly, and I was like, nah. It was a good price, but I'm not gonna buy a damaged palette. So I wanted to get this one because this one seemed fun. Like the other one was more of a rainbow palette, where this palette is more of like blue, green, purple palette. And when I talk about greens, the greens that I prefer are more of these emerald greens or these blue greens. And so that is what we have here. This palette is just really stunning. Stunning. And there's like some multi-chromes in here too, I feel like. If you, like this one right here at least, and that one right there. Flash different colors. Anyways, this was originally a $42 palette. And with my discount, it was 26 bucks. And then I did pay shipping. I could have, and here, this is the thing about me. I could have bought another palette or another something from Glamlite to make it so I wouldn't have to pay shipping. But I talked myself out of it, and I was like, Bianca, it's okay to pay shipping sometimes. It's okay. And then you're not going to be purchasing things you don't really want, so you don't have to pay shipping. So I was pretty proud of myself. I follow Makeup Release Radar on Instagram. And recently, Makeup Release Radar, she got her account shut down by Instagram. I don't know why. I don't know the specifics. But then, so she created a new one, and it's Makeup Release Radar _official. So I follow that one. And this, I also follow Trend Mood 1, but like Trend Mood 1 has like the Sephora stuff, the ColourPop stuff, the trending stuff that's coming out. Makeup Release Radar sometimes has that stuff too, but it has all the indie stuff. And I love it because these are brands I've never heard of. And I think these brands are like, hey, can you mention me, please? Because everybody's hearing about these things from you. So I found out about a brand called Notoriously Morbid. And that actually doesn't really sound like me. I'm not really a scary Halloween gothy kind of person. But I do like it for Halloween. Anyways, getting off topic. This one, it had this rusted essence palette. And this was a pre-order. And I ordered this palette September 20th. And it just got to me like 2 days ago. So it took a long time, but it was a pre-order. And I was aware of that. They like made sure to specify that it was a pre-order. So I knew it, and it took a long time to come. But it's gorgeous. Let me show you. Look at the outside. And actually, a lot of the time, I feel like inside the palette doesn't match the outside of the palette, but this one does. Look at that. Outside, inside, outside, inside. It matches. It's so pretty, but this is a very beautiful fall color scheme. We have green, orange, and purple, and then we have some, this one's definitely a multi-chrome. It actually just kind of looks champagne-y on here, but it is, oh, let's do this. You can kind of, yeah, look how it glows in the mirror. Anyways, it is very iridescent and beautiful. And it was a really good price too. It was, yeah, it was 25 bucks, a $25 palette. And the shipping wasn't too bad. So I used a Radar 15 to get 15% off. And then that was $3.75, but the shipping was only $4.25. So I felt like my coupon code paid for the shipping. Anyways, I haven't actually even got to use this one yet because I got it like 2 days ago. I should have worn it today, but actually, where did I put that palette? This is the one I'm wearing. This is the Natasha Denona My Dream palette. I can't put this palette down. I have so many palettes right now in my collection, and yet this is like my favorite right now. I am obsessed. Every look that I make, I just am obsessed with it. And this look right now, I got it. I followed Angela Bright, her tutorial to do this specific look. So if you like the look, you can follow it as well. I am going to put her tutorial in my description box. So if you want to see it, I think it's really pretty. It has some like darkness and then brightness on the inside and then a really fun on the lower lash line color. Anyways, it's very fall and very beautiful and I love it. So that is what I'm wearing today. Anywho, I should have probably worn this so that I could actually have used it and told you how it is, but I don't always plan ahead. Okay, then I ordered from Nomad Cosmetics. And Nomad, I mentioned this palette in my favorite fall palettes, and it is a favorite fall palette. I absolutely love it. It's stunning. This side is a little bit more, like I have to challenge myself to use this side, but this side, this warm side is just fantastic. I love it. So anyways, I'm really glad I got this one, but I feel like I probably should have waited for like Black Friday sales for some of these, but that's kind of why I'm mentioning it now, because you guys can probably, Black Friday is coming up, and you guys, hopefully the indie brands, if they ever do sales, it's like once a year. And sometimes they'll do like Sydney Grace did a Christmas in July sale, and I don't know if they do a Black Friday sale. They probably do too, but if an indie brand does a sale, it'll be Black Friday. So you can get some of these brands for cheaper during Black Friday. It's actually right now when I'm filming this, it's a Sephora VIB sale. So some of these you can also, no. If you like any of the palettes I'm talking about, you can probably get them during Black Friday for a good price. Anyway, so maybe I should have waited and got these two Nomad palettes for Black Friday, but then I wouldn't have been able to use this one for like fall looks, because in my, after Thanksgiving, the day is Christmas. I put up my Christmas decorations the day after Thanksgiving. And so if I got this, Black Friday is the day after Thanksgiving. And if I got this after Thanksgiving, I would have had to wait a whole year to use it, in my opinion. I mean, I can still wear these looks anytime. I'm really inspired to use fall looks during the fall time, if that makes sense. And then I got this one. This is the Paradise Islands. So this one was the Hudson Valley. This is Paradise Islands. And I picked this one up because I have never had a Hudson Valley palette, and I kind of wanted to try out more than just fall colors, so I can use this one anytime. And I love turtles. Anyways, and then I got another thing from Nomad Cosmetics, but this one I didn't get from the actual website. And so that's where I was saying most of the stuff is from websites, but not all of it, like their specific websites. Actually, these two next things from Nomad and Lunar Beauty, I was able to get as add-ons. I think that I got this in a BoxyCharm add-ons, and I got this one in an Ipsy add-ons. So one of the things I love about BoxyCharm and Ipsy is that they work with indie brands, and sometimes indie brands will get like, I've gotten Ipsy for years and years and years now, and then I'll find stuff in my collection and I'll be like, M Cosmetics, oh my gosh, this was in an Ipsy bag. Like, they get their name. That's one of the ways they try to get their name out there, is by putting things in Ipsy bags. I mean, I know about these brands, but other people who are new to the beauty scene might get to learn about these brands because of Ipsy and BoxyCharm. And so that's one of the things I do like about that, is that I get to find out about new brands, find out about new products. Why? This is not my Ipsy BoxyCharm video, nor am I sponsored by either of them, but you know, anyways. So this one is the Venice Simplon Express palette. It is, I feel like, a very good fall palette also. Like everything but this blue, I guess you could use that blue for fall, but I feel like these colors are fall. And then this pop of blue is like, ooh, rainbow kind of palette now. I don't know, it's really pretty. I think it's stunning. And I got it for a good price because I got it as an Ipsy add-on. I think I spent like 10 bucks on it. I can't remember. Then I got the Lunar Beauty Nude Prism palette, and this one, this is not really my thing. This is so neutral. This is such a neutral palette. And I feel like these, I actually was swatching these shiny shades out on my hand, and these four in the middle looked almost exactly the same on my hand. And I was like, oh, if they look the same on my hand, they're gonna look the same on my eyes. So I feel like this is a very repetitive palette, but the formula, I've heard non-stop goodness about the formula of this palette. So I was like, ooh, in a BoxyCharm add-on, I think it was, I can't remember how much it was, but it was like under $15. And this is normally like a $15-ish palette, $42 palette. I'll have all the prices that I bought things for and the prices that they're actually like the retail value in my description box. Anywho, so I was really excited to get those because getting indie brands for good prices is not always easy. So anyways, then from Radar, Makeup Release Radar, again, I found out about this palette from Gourmand Girls, and it is in collaboration with Doodles by the Bunny. And I talked about this in my Halloween palettes, and it is absolutely so pretty. I actually went to Arizona for Halloween because we went to my sister's Halloween party, and my mom saw this palette and she was like, it's so cute. Oh my gosh. I was like, you can use it if you want. And then there wasn't time. And so she didn't use it, but she thought it was so cute. So it is, I feel like it would be cute for teenagers up to like in their 70s or 80s. I don't know. This could be for, what is it? 2 to 92. This could be for everyone. So it's so cute and I love it, and the quality is just fantastic. And I like this for Halloween because I am inspired by those colors, but there's also a very good fall vibe. Like, block out that green. Yeah, fall. Maybe that purple too. I don't know. It's a good fall palette as well. Then the most expensive indie brand that I have ever shopped at is Cleona Cosmetics. And I wanted to find out what the hype is about, because this is like people talk about this brand as just like one of the best shiny shades brand, because they do have palettes. I did get a palette from them, but mostly they're most known for their single shades. And I bought, the last time I showed this palette, I didn't have these two in there. It was just, I was missing two things from this palette, and I was really frustrated at that, because I don't know, I was like, oh, I have this whole palette and there's two left in it and I want it to be complete. So then this palette, the dragon fruit palette, came back into stock, and I was like, hey, when I've been wanting this palette, so let's get this palette, and then we'll get two more shades to fill it in. And I did. And so now this is complete. I used this, you can tell, like I used a face brush to put it on my face, and so that's why it's kind of all over the place when I was doing my mermaid look. But do I think this is worth the hype? Or the price, the astronomical price of these? I'm not sure yet. I'm leaning on the fence of no right now, that these are way overpriced and really expensive. And I've seen people like on Instagram have the big palette and it's all full. And I'm like, did they get those in PR? Because this was, to fill this little palette was like $200. So expensive. So if they have the big one, it would be like $1,000. Anywho, so I'm not sure yet, because like this Danessa Myricks palette is $125. This is a $125 palette. That is so much money. So much money, especially if you don't get it on sale. And yet I absolutely love this one, and I don't even like the middle row. But this one is, I mean, I did get to choose the colors I wanted in here, although kind of didn't, because I was able to get two. Like there was like there was like mystery bundles, and so I got two mystery bundles, so I didn't choose those. But I could get back to you guys if I think it's worth it. But I did get this one, and this one was actually a pretty good price, this dragon fruit one. And so this one, I felt like we have 13. Yeah, 13 shades. That is such a weird number. I know it's because these two shades are bigger, but I feel like 13 shades is such a weird number to put in a palette. But anyways, I feel like this one was a good price. How much did I pay for this one? Okay, this one was $55.69. So for 13 shades, $59, that $60 is not, like, I feel like that is kind of a indie brand kind of normal price, especially because we have some multi-chromes and duochromes in here. So that one makes sense to me. This does not make sense to me, and I already did it, and I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna experiment with it, but I don't know if mistakes have been made. I'm not sure yet. What's Up Beauty had a sale as well. And I was actually looking at their palettes because I follow Angela Bright, and she had a tutorial with the two palettes from What's Up Beauty. And I was like, this is weird. I've never heard of this brand. And so I looked at their website, and okay, so these are originally $41 a piece. So we have the Geodes. Yeah, I could turn it the right way. We have the Geodes palette, and we have the Desert Monsoon palette, which, by the way, gorgeous packaging. It looks like a geode, obviously, and a Desert Monsoon. Oh my gosh, so pretty. I'm from Arizona, so this is like, you know, familiar. Anyways, they're beautiful. They're absolutely stunning. Here they are. And they're both kind of colorful, but also have neutrals, so I feel like a lot of fun color schemes could be made out of these. And so I was looking at them, and I was like, $41. That's kind of a lot for 12 shades, $41, kind of pricey. Then they had a 40% off sale, and it was like, I don't know, like 3 days after that was looking at them, and I was like, yes, thank you very much. So I paid $53 with shipping and tax for both of these, and they're normally $41. So I feel like I did pretty good on that. And I'm excited I haven't used these either, because these kind of just came as well. So I'm excited to use those. Then, last but not least, in my fall haul is a very fall palette. And it is from MBA Cosmetics, which again, I heard from Makeup Release Radar. They were talking about this palette, or they were talking about this brand and this palette. And I was like, Pumpkin Kisses and Autumn Wishes? I love autumn. Obviously you can see I decorated for fall and autumn. I took down Halloween, and but I bought them. So this palette, let's open it. Let's actually show you what's inside. Fall. Is that not fall in a palette? It's so pretty. And we have some more, I think we have some multi-chromes or duochromes in here as well. And I saw the swatches on Makeup Release Radar's website, and then I'm following NBA Cosmetics as well. And I saw the swatches of this palette and I was like, oh my gosh, so pretty. So I haven't used this one either. I really should have worn one of these palettes on my eyes today. But anyways, I also had all of my Halloween palettes out, and like I did kind of a shop my stash with all my Halloween palettes for the last month or 2 months. And so those were the ones that I was constantly using for the last 2 months were my Halloween palettes. And I was trying to do Halloween looks. And so just recently, today is the 5th of November. So I just recently have like brought in my fall palette. So that's another reason why I haven't used them yet, because I'm like, now is my shop my stash for my fall palette. So all of them are, I'm pointing over here because they're over here. And so those are the ones that I'm going to be using this next month. So anywho. Okay, oh no, I said that was it. I also got a black lipstick from NBA Cosmetics because it was Halloween time, and I wore this on Halloween or the day before Halloween. I don't know. I wore black lipstick like 5 times this last October, and it was so much fun. I have a new love for black lipstick. I actually love all like colorful, like bold lipsticks, I should say, because actually black is not colorful, but it's bold. I love bold lipsticks. The last thing I picked up was from Rowan Beauty. And Rowan Beauty for Halloween was doing a 31% off sale, which, okay, is Rowan Beauty is one of those that I'm undecided on whether in my head it's an indie brand, but is it actually like that small of a company? Kinda. Anyways, but I'm gonna put it out there because this is also things I got from their personal websites as well. So it works, right? So I got this from Rowan, and it was the 31% off sale. So it was a pretty good sale, because I feel like that's better than the Sephora sale right now. I can only get 20% off. This blush, and I have no blushes from Rowan Beauty, so I was excited to get to try one of these. This is normally $36, and this eyeshadow palette is normally $49, which I have a hard time with because there are 4 shades in it. This is the Eyes on Me, and I do have the 1111. I have the 75 Warm, and I have the It's a Mood palette. And I love the 1111. I love the 75 Warm. I'm on the fence about the It's a Mood. So anyways, I think that there were some changes in the hierarchy of Rowan Beauty. And so like when that happened, they've come out with new palettes, and they haven't, in my opinion, been as good as like the 1111 and 75 degrees warm, and there was like a 65 degrees cool, I think. Anyways, those 3, in my opinion, are like, and I don't even have the cool one, but because cool tones are not my favorite. But anyways, so I heard about this one, and I saw some people put it on, and they had the prettiest, like their eyeshadow. I was like, that's to die for. That's gorgeous. I need this palette. But $49 for a 4-pan eyeshadow palette, no. I couldn't do it. So I was looking for sales. Then they had the 31% off sale. And it came to be like, it ended up being like 30 some dollars. Like, and I was like, $30 for a 4-pan palette? I can do that. and for the first time, they now have like Rowan is very known for having these like emollient shadows that are very creamy, and so they have very shiny shades, and they're creamy, and so they don't get fallout anywhere because they're so emollient. Well, they finally have a kind of a powder shade, and I'm like, it's kind of a cream to powder. I kind of compare it to the Natasha Denona like cream to powder formula, but it's anyways, I'm really excited to have it because I've seen such beautiful looks with it. Anywho, and I was able to get it for 31% off. And then we have the blush, and I got this in the Sunlit Coral shade. And they had some really natural looking shades, but when I wear a blush, I want it to pop. And this is a pop right here. This is a pop of coral. And so I was really excited to get this because I didn't have any of the blushes. So now I do. Okay, so that is it for my fall indie brand / brands that I shopped at their websites haul. Or any of these things you think you might be picking up during Black Friday, because hopefully they'll have some good sales. I am hoping to pick up some Odin's Eye because I know they have a Black Friday sale. They did last year at least, so I'm hoping they do again this year. And there's been some new palettes. Like they came out with these Christmas palettes, and then there was a Soul Main 2 palette that came out that I didn't get also, because I was like, I'll get it during the, you know, Black Friday sale. So I have some plans to do some Black Friday shopping as well. Do I need to? No, I don't. This has become kind of a collection and an obsession, and kind of love it. If any of this is stuff that you want to pick up, it's best to try to get it during a Black Friday sale. Anyway, so that's all I have. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to my channel and push the bell to be notified of my videos when I post them. And most importantly, remember to be nice to yourself because you're amazing. All right, have a great day. Bye.